Okay, we have another beer coming to us from Sixpoint Brewing out of Brooklyn, New York. It is a Belgian strong pale ale known as Abigale or Abigale, uh, in that it's kind of spelled a little interestingly. Abigale. Oh, ale. Okay, now I get it. Duh. Abigale. Okay, as opposed to AIL, usually how you spell the female name, Abigale. So there you go. I'm going to call it Abigale. 8% EBV. It's a Belgian strong. It gets a decent rating on Beer Advocate, an 89. An okay rating on Rate Beer is 74. And we've done quite a few of these, the style of beer. One of my favorite styles of beer, actually one of my favorite beers of all time, is Down to Do from Unibrow. And by far, in my opinion, the best representation of the style. We'll see how this does. It was first brewed in 2005. It uses an authentic Abbey East Belgian candy sugar made from beets and American hops. Previously 6.6%, now it's 8%. So they upped the strength of this beer. And there is a little bit of a blurb here. The story of Abigale begins in an 800 square foot garage in Brooklyn when we first brewed Abbey back in our own dark ages, 2005. Wake up, brew beer, sell beer, deliver beer, drink beer, sleep beer, rinse, repeat, carry the monastic torch through the darkness, and the star keeps on shining. It's mad science. Okay, I didn't get the last part, but maybe they put that on every beer. I don't know. So Sixpoint was founded in 2004. As we covered before. So this beer was brewed a year after it was founded. Not this particular beer that I'm holding right now. This Abigale style, I guess. 52 IBUs, which is that a little high maybe for a Belgian? I don't know. Kind of weird to have a Belgian pale ale inside of a can. Just like to me, it's like kind of weird to having anything but an American adjunct lager out of a can. Still getting used to that. The craft beer, especially a can that's this thin, that kind of reminds me of like one of those energy drink cans, if you will. So we're going to pour into this tulip glass, and as we do, we see that pale kind of color, orangey kind of color actually. It looks a little like a double IPA almost in this pour. Very orangey. Let's see if I can get the whole darn thing in here. We have about a finger of head, maybe giving or maybe taking a little bit. But a good-looking beer, as you can see, poured up to the top of this tulip glass. Basically getting very, very thin, almost invisible bubbles. It's almost all malt as far as the pour here goes, but it's a nice-looking beer. It really looks like a decent pour here. So let's get the aroma now of Sixpoint Abigale. Yeah, I'm getting that classic Belgian strong, like a very, very light, fruity kind of smell. Almost IPA-ish, actually, but just a very, very light aroma on this beer. Does it have a born-on date or a drink-by date? September 2015 is, I guess, the best before date, September 26th, 2015. It's currently July 27th, so we're a couple months before the drink-by date. So let's get the taste now of Sixpoint Abigale. Very dry. But that said, very good. It's got a bit of a dankness in the back here, bit of a bitterness. It definitely has a bit of an IPA taste to it. It's a very light IPA, almost like a Belgian IPA rather than a Belgian Pale Ale. But yeah, you're kind of sacrificing the grapefruit with other dank kind of tastes. Definitely getting the hops on this beer. It's very, very IPA-ish, maybe a little more so than I would like it to be. Almost like it should be marketed as an IPA, I feel, or even an American Pale Ale. It is not quite hitting the Belgian notes with me. Good taste, though. maybe mislabeled. So I'm going to go ahead and give Sixpoint Abigale. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6.5 out of 10. In that, I think it's mislabeled. I don't think it's like it smells like it could be a strong pale ale from Belgium. Tastes like more of a of an IPA to me, more of maybe an English IPA, or maybe even with a little bit of the Belgian yeast as well. Not quite Belgian. I think it's at heart tries to be. Doesn't really hit the mark as far as that goes. But a good tasting beer if you just completely say, hey, I'm drinking this because I love IPAs. I think you would like it if you like IPAs as well. So 6.5 out of 10 for Sixpoint Abigale.